But for you, it's like, when I hear the cowbells, it's like, yeah, that's a Cardo beat.
And we just went triple platinum, check the digit.
There's a lot of little mini-me's out there doing it too, though.
Yeah,
I remember motherfuckers used to talk shit about using cowbells, and I see a lot of the same motherfuckers using the cowbells now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not stupid, man, but I know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Just give your boy his props too, you know what I'm saying? I ain't invent the motherfucking instrument, but show props when it's due, because I remember niggas talking hella shit. But I'm hearing the majority of motherfuckers using it now.
What's going on, guys? You're watching KTR right now, chilling in New York. I'm with the goats of all goats, with Cardo. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's a beautiful day in New York. What you do today?
Man, we you know, smoked up, you know, regular shit. So far, so good, you know, just a little mobbing around New York City.
Yeah, I saw you were with Cash last night.
Yep, Cash Cobain.
That's hard. So
Shout out to Mr.
how is
Fisher.
that? Yeah, he has like New York on lock right now.
Man, he's running it right now.
Yeah.
Anybody ask me, he's running it for sure. Very energetic dude, enthusiastic, smooth and energetic at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I think is the future. You know what I'm saying? He got the sound of New York in his hand, so.
Yeah. Where you at, man? I know you're like in Texas a ton,
Yep.
yeah?
I'm in Dallas, in the country. Well, not in the country.
But you're not
I'm
from there. You're from.
I'm from Minnesota, St. Paul.
Interesting.
Yeah, Twin Cities.
What's there to do out there? I've been there one time because I think there was like a Kanye like Donda basketball game or something that was one time. And I was with Casey because he's from Minnesota, and like I'm not gonna lie, there was not much to do when I was there.
Yeah, it's it's one of them cities of like you got nowhere to go type. You know, you can go Mall of America, you can go downtown, you know, Minneapolis, Nicollet area. I mean, you can go fishing too. You go Lake Minnetonka,
Yeah.
where Prince was, you know, and purify yourself.
I wonder, like music-wise, like for you growing up, like when you're in Minnesota and there's not like a bunch of artists from there, I would say, like how does that make you want to do music? Is it because like you're just on the internet, on the blogs?
Right. It was more something for myself that I wanted to do. I didn't even look at it from the outside like everybody else doing this. I just looked at it as something for me to do, like, you know.
Bro, I feel like so many kids right now, like they know you from like Cardi and Keem, which is insane because bro, you've been doing this for like 15 years, you know?
Scary when you say that. Like, wow, man, 15 years? You're like, shit, I'm a dinosaur at this point.
But that's the cool part is that, like, I think that's the goal. It's like if kids know you from the newer stuff, you know? But I want them to watch this and see, like, where you came from, right? So, like, what was the first, like, big placement that Cardo got?
The first big one, Seen It All with Jeezy and Jay-Z was, like, I feel like was a breakthrough record for me. Into, like, a different realm of being that music producer, like, okay, he's solidified. But I had to keep that going, so, you know, it was hard to keep up with. It was challenging, because still making it through that blog era, you know, that was tough. So it was like, it was either you was gonna win, lose, draw out type shit. It was different. It was smoke and mirrors at that time to be a music producer, for me at least. What
about the stuff with like Mac and Wiz? I feel like that's what kind of got you like on the scene, you know?
Of course, with Mac, you know, Long Live My Brother, man. Mezmorized was definitely like the breakthrough record.
That's what I was
that took off for me. That kind of kicked off the Cardo brand, you know, was that. But shit, if it wasn't, you know, for my daughter, you know, that shit wouldn't happen. So I always look at like the higher powers of that making it happen too. So
what do you mean?
My daughter, when I made Mezmorized, I made that the day my daughter was born, that specific beat. You know, my daughter being born, I'm happy as hell. So, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make something that matches my energy, how I feel, you know, and that's how I came about. And then I ended up sending Mac Miller. Mac Miller had the beat first. He used to like brag about it whenever he seen me and Wiz, like he had the beat first and everything. Never got to hear what he did, but you know, that was the first record to like really get me in the doors.
Yeah, I'm just so curious how like a person like you from Minnesota, like how did you even get connected with someone like a Mac or a Wiz? Like, you must have had like a mutual friend or something, you know?
No, just me networking, me being on MySpace.
MySpace?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So through Chevy, you know, Chev Bags, you know, I was already working with Chevy as well. So they was coming to Dallas one day, and that was the first time I ever met Wiz. And then he started asking me to him play beats or whatever. My laptop had just crashed right before this shit happened. Yeah, no. They were trash, for sure. Some of them were trash. You know, for me, you know, if you heard them, you probably thinking the same, so.
Yeah.
But he was like, man, play me some shit, and I just kept on going through all my emails I sent myself, you know, with these beats, and then that's how he ended up picking In the Cut, and then it went from there. He was talking about this Taylor Gang stuff, and I was like, all right, cool, you know, I'll be down. Well, 3-4 months later, Cushion OJ dropped, and that's like where it kind of commenced from there, and like I started just. But fell back down, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster effect. That's how I look at the shit. So
I'm curious about those times when you said you kind of fell back down, because like from the outside, people just see like, oh, you work with Wiz, Kendrick, Drake, Carti, like all these like insane like big people. But like, what were the moments in the middle where kind of like you fell back down?
I mean, shit. I'm gonna be real. You know, when me and Taylor Gang went our separate ways, me and Wiz. Man, I can't tell you how much people were like hating on me. Like the hate was real. Like during Twitter times, like the early Twitter times. So I marked everything down. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you. Everybody was talking shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep a tab on you. And I just knew, like, from that point on, I had to really turn up above what people were expecting out of me.
On your own.
Oh, you're not shit without Wiz. You're not shit without Taylor Gang. I bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show y'all asses. Came in that motherfucking room and I fucked everybody up and nobody could say shit. Cause that's what y'all wanted me to do. Y'all wanted me to do these things. You know what I'm saying? So just speaking on that humbly.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers who did not want me to do this shit, they, man, listen, I'm glad they're mad at me or whatever, I don't care. Cause you know, as soon as you close them doors, I'm gonna kick that bitch in.
Yeah, that's what you kind of need, I feel like.
Yeah, ain't no fucking rules. No rules is, even, all them shit is man-made to me. Now, I made it this far by not even go by anybody's rules, but my own. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But doing it humbly and moving with intent too.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not out here shitting on nobody or doing anything like that. I'm coming here to make a real purposeful meaning, you know, about what I'm doing, and that's whoop everybody's ass.
Yeah. Nah, I respect that, bro. And I commend you. I want to fast forward a bit with this Carti stuff to me, because I was like kind of surprised when I saw that you did like the last 4, I think, right?
Which one?
You did Backrooms.
Oh, yeah. I did Backrooms.
EVILJORDAN.
Ketamine, and what was that one?
There's one more.
Huh?
HOODBYAIR.
Oh my God, yeah, how could I forget that? It's my favorite one.
I was gonna ask, yeah, what's your favorite one? So that's your favorite.
I love them all, man, but the HOODBYAIR, boy, listen, man, that rattles the rooms.
Yeah.
For us, when we turn that shit up, that puts us in a whole different mindset of things. You know what I'm saying? It turns your energy up. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. You know, it's describing my personality too, with the sound. Yeah, for real. Because man, it's fun as hell, but it's like it's a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Deal with me. So that's what I like about it. Everybody like a roller coaster ride.
Facts. So. You know what's crazy? When Kanye had his listening party here, like in Long Island, right? It was like cool, like Kanye and Ty Dolla were on stage and stuff. And then like that beat started playing, right? And I kid you not, the arena, if they were on like 9 before, they were on like 15. Video. Yeah. And then Cardi obviously came out.
Yep.
I was like, yo, this beat.
I wish I could have been there for that, bro.
Yeah, right?
That should have been hard, but you know, shout out to Cardi, man.
Like, what direction did he give you when making those beats? I can't tell if he's the type of person to be like, yo, I need the melody to be like this and that, right. or if you're just like, yo, I'll give you something, you let me know if you like it.
Nah, it's really much us giving him what we think he need, you know what I'm saying? Beforehand, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know what Cardi was on, sound-wise. You know, all I knew was that, you know, I was just sending him music previously. Once upon a time, we had the Candyman soundtrack. In 2021, I want to say. It didn't come through because, you know, it was just too much of a short of notice of it. And, but the ideas of it was like the darkness, the sound, and then me hearing, I want to say Whole Lot Red. It might have been just something else that I heard from Cardi. I'm like, shit, he was sound hard on some shit like this. And I sent him a dark beat, or just like this madness, I don't know what we call it, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just like a turning period. Because, you know, during the pandemic, you know, your mindset, your mental kind of gets tested and challenged. So at first we thought it was going to be dark for us. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know what the hell the world was going to be. So we was just making the craziest, darkest shit we could possibly make, but with energy attached to it. And sent it to Cardi and never heard anything about it. And then the Candyman shit eventually fell through.
What do you mean by the Candyman? Like
Candyman soundtrack. It was a whole. We had the music soundtrack in our hands. You know, shout to Rosenberg. I got shout him out, Paul Rosenberg. He was able to assist with that play, and my boy Brigante too. And like I said, it was just too short of notice. We was trying to do too much at once, and fell through. But by us doing that, we was allowing ourselves like to kind of get some work done with Cardi, and that eventually came upon with the beat that I sent him for that soundtrack, but the soundtrack was already dead at that point. But he played me some shit with him, and I don't know what was on it, I forget. But I remember him just playing it, and I was like, okay, cool. He's on that vibe. So fast forward, Fashion Week, and we linked up one night in Elias somewhere at the Mercer. Started cooking, you know, and that's kind of like where we fell into that pocket of what we were doing now. Like, he had some big ass, huge monitors in that fucking room just blaring. And I'm like, shit, yeah, this is it. You know what I'm saying? And just hearing him doing what he was doing, it was already on point. And that's how it started. HOODBYAIR, I mean HOODBYAIR for Nardo Wick, I want to say.
I guess I could kind of.
I was like 3 years ago though.
I could kind of hear that.
So old ass beat.
Interesting.
So old ass beat.
When I hear it, I'm like, oh, nah, they made that in the same week. Like, sounds so
old ass beat. I need to tell you, we on a whole different sound now. It just shows you, you know, segments of your work that where you could go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could go to beats that you had from 5-6 years ago that somebody would fuck with.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, that beat is that damn old. Like,
I guess because you're making beats that don't sound like outdated and like they can be used later on. So
you just gotta be advanced.
I like the fact that you're never shying away from working with like newer generation artists. I feel like that's what kind of keeps you like so relevant.
That's
right?
the future.
Yeah.
You always gotta be tapped in with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, no matter how big you get, this shit never look like, you know what I'm saying? Past the motherfuckers is like, you know, that's not trying to do the same thing as you, if not more. So, you know, it's always cool to allow motherfuckers to be in your space too, to kind of feel that inspiration from you. You know, you get the same thing from them as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like teachers to, you know, that's how I look at it.
Basically.
Each one to teach one.
Yeah, basically. I think with you working with Cardi, like I'm curious, like have you ever thought of like, oh, let me go work with like a Ken Carson or a Destroy Lonely? Like, yeah.
My boys, man.
Oh, yeah?
We've been meaning to work with each other. Ken, my boy, for sure. Destroy, I want to definitely do something with Lonely, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Ken, that's my boy, man. Hopefully they see us and like, hell yeah, let's make it happen.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear it.
We gotta make Aaron make it happen for real, for real.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now if anyone hears a Cardo beat, like I think within the first 5 seconds, like you know it's a Cardo beat, you know? And
which
like,
is distinguishing in a way, but it's like cool. Again, it's like hearing, you know, like what me and Wiz are doing with like Kush and OJ. So it's like, you know, it's like it's good to have that signature sound and feeling for yourself, even without a tag.
Yeah, without a tag.
That's my point being proven.
Yeah.
I could do this shit without my tag too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a tag could just be overhorning your shit.
I think so.
You know, you over branding yourself. Like, nigga, I don't want to eat McDonald's every day. I see that shit for real.
Yeah.
If I hear ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit every day. You know what I'm saying? I might want to eat some goddamn rigatoni and some shit. You know? You can take a wild guess, but okay, that's a Cardo beat. And you be like, damn, I was right.
Yeah.
But if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. And it's cool. If you don't know.
It's in the same way as like when I hear like a Timbaland beat or something, like I know it's Timbaland.
You know Tim.
Yeah.
You know his drums.
Right, exactly.
It's like for real, you know his drums.
But for you, it's like, when I hear the cowbells, it's like, yeah, that's a Cardo beat. And I want to know about that.
There's a lot of little mini-me's out there doing it too, though.
Yeah,
I remember motherfuckers used to talk shit about using cowbells, and I see a lot of the same motherfuckers using the cowbells now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not stupid, man, but I know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Just give your boy his props too, you know what I'm saying? I didn't invent the motherfucking instrument, but show props when it's due, because I remember niggas talking hella shit. But I'm hearing the majority of motherfuckers using it now. Using rim shots, using class, like, come on, man.
What made you want to do that in the first place?
It's just a sound I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like a dope boy sound. You know what I'm saying? Hearing the 808s, the rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up around that shit. You know, I grew up just around music, period, just like good music. But hearing that cowbell though, in particular, hell yeah.
Definitely, bro. I remember I would make videos back in the day doing like investigative journalism type things. And there was one where I wanted to make about like Baby Keem, because I was researching and I was like, yo, like what the heck? Cardo is actually like super instrumental in his career early on. How the hell did you find Baby Keem? Because that was like before he was Baby Keem.
Before Baby Keem, man. I mean, he was just like 15, you know what I'm saying? He was just cooking. He was on the rise, trying to get in where he fit in, you know, even due to circumstances and all that. You know, met him at No Excuses one day, you know what I'm saying, just cooking.
What is that, like a studio?
Studio, okay. Yeah, he was working on his EP at the time. I don't know which one it was. This is before Sounds a Bad Habit. But he didn't want to let me hear his music at first. So, you know, I didn't know what Keem was on. You know, I just knew he made beats and he was hard as hell, and I knew he was just in communication due to that. And then one day, he sent me a SoundCloud link, and I looked, and it's like the cover art with the drawing, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm listening to it. I'm listening to a rap. I'm like, is you rapping? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you like it? I'm like, yeah, this shit hard. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of went from that, like me just pumping it, like, yeah, let's. I'm about to send you a bunch of beats. Send him a bunch of beats, and that's kind of like how we kind of start building. And then next thing you know, Sounds a Bad Habit was already in the making of it, based off of that conversation. So yeah, it was almost one of the things where he just wanted to produce, but if it wasn't for, you know, people pushing him on to rap, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Interesting.
That's my baby bro though, man.
Yeah. I wonder how cool it feels for you, considering like you've done stuff for Kendrick, and then to bring it back later and be like, oh, I'm gonna produce Family Ties. Like, wasn't that such like a full circle moment for you?
It was definitely a full circle moment, because it was like, because I know Dot for a long time, you know, I know Dot since 09. Just to see, you know, that, and then seeing the Keem influence, and it was so weird, because like, what the fuck? It's like a baby Dot I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he's funny as hell too. You know, he has a lot of charisma. The boy has a very abstract personality, but everybody, you know, grows to love, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing about it, you know, and just by Family Ties happening, that was like, yeah, that was a full moment, because we were all here in New York celebrating when that song dropped.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Did you ever had that convo with Kendrick, like, yo, like, how come you never told me, like, your family's
man,
nice?
I never questioned anything, bro. I didn't even see anything. I would just be like, man, you know, it was one of those situations where it was just like, you know, he wasn't putting him up here with this or that. You know, Keem had to put himself there.
Yeah.
Keem had to really put work in.
That's true.
And Keem wasn't just, you know, because if you know Keem's background, that boy, you know what I'm saying, he came up the long way with it.
Yeah.
So, you know, for him to be around, he around for a purpose, and, you know, he got himself to be in that position, so it's deserving. So
hell yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah, I mean, you guys worked all the way since back then. I know he has this project coming out called like Child with Wolves or something. Are you in the studio with him for that? Like,
I mean, Keem be to himself, you know what I'm saying? Keem is like, I don't know, I don't want to sound goofy, but the nigga like how he makes music, you know, he likes to be by himself, you know? So, but when it's crunch time, yeah, he gonna hit me.
Of course.
You know, so of course, I'm always coming to fourth quarter for him and go from there. But as far as being in the studio, no. We just been seeing each other's shit, like how we always do. We always been doing like that. Like we stuck by our system of how we did in the first place. And then, you know, we link up and finish whatever it is that we're doing. But how we made Sounds a Bad Habit, it was about just us texting each other through the phone, like sending beats and shit. Yeah.
I've always wondered, for a producer like you who has done has a bunch of songs on Billboard with the biggest artists, Drake and Kendrick, like isn't that kind of like weird for you when there's the biggest rap beef of all time going on, and you know these are both your guys, right? I'm
like, man, I don't know nothing, man. I'm saying all of it. My name ain't Bennett, and I ain't in it, boy.
I just made the songs, bro.
I just made a song, man. That's all I did, man. But you know, I respect them both, man. You know, they somebody I both fuck with and made history with, both of them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's good for hip hop though. Yeah. That's the type of guy he'll challenge anybody, man. He challenged people in a game of hopscotch.
Yeah.
He's just a competitive dude, man. So. That's all it is, man.
I would like to believe that like none of this shit is like serious at all, and it's like it is really good for hip hop. But do you kind of feel like as a producer, like, man, this is fucking up my business, you know?
I don't think so, because they ain't taking it that route. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't even that type of time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like some rap shit. You know, I let them just do what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to be on the outside looking in type shit, so.
For sure.
It's best just to stay neutral.
Feel that. I want to know about the Cardo album, though, because I know you've been working on something for like more than a year, yeah?
Yeah.
How long has it been since you've been whipping
I've
this
been
up?
working this album for like five and a half years now.
5 years this project's in the making? Mm-hmm. Oh, no way. Mm-hmm. What do you think, well, what is the inspiration behind it, first of all? I'm curious.
More so madness. Like just madness, pure madness. Just darkness, madness. That's it.
I know you talked about this like character kind of in it.
Madman Van Dam.
Yeah. Tell me about that. That's
a crazy nigga, man. He's just he's like a stunt double, man. Like, nigga does extraordinary shit. Nigga be jumping out of windows and shit. Bro, crazy as fuck. That's how it is. He the villain that you want to see win. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at Madman Van Dam.
That's an interesting like theme throughout the album that I'd like to hear. But I'm curious, like sounds wise, like what is that sounding like, and how do you pick like which artists are going to be on it?
Man, it's crazy because it's like none of this shit happened by like plan. Like whatever we took as our emotions, you know, we turned that into something with it. You know, like if niggas was all mad and we were all mad every day, damn near we was mad. Whatever, it had been something. But niggas is just mad, you know what I'm saying? But we was turning the madness into something.
Yeah.
You know, me and the guys, me, Young Exclusive, Miko, Johnny Giuliano, we were turning this shit into something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got show motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We still outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be having me fucked up. So, and you gotta express it some way, somehow. You can only do that through music.
Right. Yeah, I want to hear it, bro. I remember I spoke to Cole Bennett because he put out his own album where he wasn't producing on it, but he was like curating it all, right?
Right.
And he was just saying that like, you know, even if you're friends with artists, like that doesn't mean necessarily that like they'll get on your project.
Yeah, you're not entitled to get a fucking song from them.
So I want to know about that from your perspective because you know all of these artists. Right?
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to. I ask like, you know, the homies and shit. And they just like, man, all right, whatever. I see what I can do. Send me the beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of begging. You know what I'm saying? If I ask more than twice, I'm begging. So if they don't hit me back with nothing, I'll just be like, all right, that's cool. If another opportunity comes by for me to offer, you know, be a part of this project, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. And then I'll go from there. But 9 times out of 10, nah. Yeah, I don't think you're entitled to do any of that. Yeah. Cause like, man, I could be buddies with such and such just because we just buddies, but I'm fucking with you just off the strength that we homies. I might not even like your music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just giving a demonstration. This is not no real life. This is just, you know what I'm saying?
That's a real thing though. Like you don't have to work with someone just because
you don't have to work with you, you know what I'm saying? Man, we the best buds though, man, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it don't have to be like that, but it ends up being that.
What's the hardest part about putting together an actual project and putting it out from your perspective?
I feel like when you work with what you have, you turn that nothing into something. I feel like it feels way better. You know what I'm saying? Versus you just like reaching out to this motherfucker, that motherfucker, this and that. All right, cool. What can we do next? Well, I got my cousin Miko, I got this motherfucker, I got myself, I got this, I got Rude. I got all these people that kind of combine and build some power with me to, you know, put these plays together. And we trust it because we build a system behind it. By the time comes around where the album takes a whole nother turn and we in a whole nother position where we could kind of get this motherfucker on this or that, and they hear these songs, they're like, yo, what the fuck is this? It's that all the time.
And then it's undeniable.
Like, nigga, we've been working on these songs for 4 some years, you know what I'm saying? Meek was like a prime example of that too, like how he was hearing songs. He's like, man, who the fuck is this? I'm like, man, it's me. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking around though, you know what I'm saying? And same thing with the rest of the homies, but yeah. Hell
yeah, bro. I think, you know, if it's been 5 years, like I would expect like, I feel like this is the year that, you know, you should put these songs out. So like, what do you think?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We getting ready, man. Working on an album, like I said, called Something Wicked This Way Comes. So a whole organization that we put behind this specific storyline. It's a group called the Snatchers, and it's like the first introduction of this part of the album that we're doing. So that's kind of what we on. You know, we're just building up, you know, these projects and these ideas and trying to build up more around this universe that we have and try to really present it like in a better light so people could kind of understand it, but we don't want to understand off the bat, you know? We kind of want them to have their own theory behind what we're doing as well.
So when are you thinking that the first like installment of this is gonna come out?
This is the first time y'all hearing it, but we dropping the album September 24th, 2024.
Okay. Damn, all right, it's in the works, like it's planned out.
September 24th. I'm excited as fuck. I'm nervous as hell at the same time because it's one of them, I don't know, the album took a big turn this year. So,
yeah,
you know, it's like a big good turn. And I couldn't be more than grateful, you feel me? So
hell yeah.
I'm happy as hell, but I'm whooping everybody's ass though.
Yeah.
Seeing that humbly.
I follow you for the music, but then also look at your Twitter, you be saying some things on there. Like I remember there was this one tweet that you got some hate for, but then a lot of people were also agreeing with you. They were like, you were talking about like the state of hip hop, and you're like, a lot of this stuff kind of just like sounds the same, right?
It does.
And I kind of agreed with you in a sense, kind of disagreed, but you know, do you feel like a lot of the good music, like if it's good music, it should just come to you organically, and I guess it's not?
I mean, sometimes you ain't gonna find good music. I mean, 9 times out of 10 you don't find good music. It don't come to you. Sometimes you do gotta be in search of, you know what I'm saying? But it's too much to be in search of now. Everybody sounds the same. It's just too much of this, too much of that.
Yeah.
Everybody doing this, everybody doing that. I'm seeing motherfuckers on the Cash Cobain wave. Creativity is in a chokehold. Be whatever you want to be in your mind or whoever you are at home. Don't be fake tough gangster and then go back home to being a suburban dude. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool. Cause you go outside, you get caught in these you know, these other parts in these trenches, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a different story. So we got a lot of, you know, fables and shit. You know, everybody does the same thing. It's copy and paste.
I think that one thing that I'll be honest about, considering I'm in like the blog space, right, is like I think there are a lot of blogs that are kind of like to blame, only because I think that there's so many that are okay with just like getting paid to post whatever.
It's biased. It's super biased. It's super fucking, you gotta pay to play type shit. And that's where we fucked up with music. Yeah, like it's payola online now. Payola on the internet. That's all it is.
I think that's okay in the sense where like you have to still like what you're like putting out, right? But I think that there's no one really vetting like, I would get paid for this, but I don't like it, so I'm not gonna post it.
Right.
I think everyone's like, I'll just take the money and I'll post it all. And I feel like that's why when anyone looks and sees like what hip hop is like, that's all they're gonna see is like, oh dude, there's like all of these artists sound like Cash Cobain or like Cardi or whatever, you know?
It's somebody sound like somebody, you know, and I feel like me being in the age group I'm in, I ain't gonna do all that. But the music and the genres I got to able like to see pass over the last few decades, like, there was a difference between originality and motherfuckers being clones out here. Like real shit. Like back in the 90s, you was getting your shit slapped if you sound like somebody else.
Yeah.
If there was another group that sounded like Wu-Tang Clan was coming to fuck you up type shit. No bullshit. I swear to God. Yeah. That's how I felt about that. Like man, they weren't playing that. So just imagine, it's gotta be the same thing. I ain't saying you gotta go slap a motherfucker. But originality has to come back in full force. Yeah. Like doing this shit, whatever your mind is thinking of or whatever it is that you see is what you should do. Don't do because you seen this motherfucker doing that. Inspiration is cool, but you gotta be inspiration yourself for others too.
Facts.
What the fuck are you living for if you ain't inspiring either? So do something that you're inspired for. Yeah. So that's how I look at it with myself. So when I'm doing this shit and doing that, I see other motherfuckers doing this and doing that too. I'm flattered, but at the same time, like where y'all niggas creative bones at?
Right. Who is someone that you think is super creative? Because I know you're in Texas, so I think of Teezo Touchdown right away. I'm like someone who just
Teezo's out of this world. Yeah. Teezo's fucking, that nigga's Prince and goddamn Celine Dion in one. Like that nigga's, his spirit alone just makes you fuck with him. Yeah. His aura, you know what I'm saying? Definitely Cash Cobain. Just by cooking up with him and just see how he cook, I got to see like firsthand, like this kid is different. He's different, and you know my hat goes off to him for real. Ovrkast definitely. Yep. Ovrkast one of the sickest kids. I don't know how he even began his little sample chops and how he blends it in from making it sound like some boom bap shit to making it sound like completely his shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I know he hates it, but I'll be like, man, you remind me of Kanye in a way.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He do. You know what I'm saying? Because how he shoots his videos, his mind, just how he does his own thing. But that's just my personal opinion.
You know, I always wanted to ask you about this. I know I read this somewhere that like the Goosebumps beat that you did was actually like kind of went around a bit, and at one point like it was for PARTYNEXTDOOR, or am I tripping?
Hell no.
Really?
Somebody used the same sample and did that. Hell no, nah. Shout out to P though, but nah. When we gave it to Travis, Travis the only one who had it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard like 3 different versions. That maybe again that's some AI shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We heard the other versions, but we had nothing to do with those.
Interesting.
And that's when it was a whole bunch of funny shit that happened behind that. I don't want to speak on it because it's not even nobody's business. So
yeah.
But yeah, we sent that straight to Travis, and that's just what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in Party working at all? Cause
I just seen P just a couple weeks ago. Man, told me at the work. Yeah, man, that's my boy. The first person to have me start DJing was him.
Oh, for real?
I told him, I'm like, yo, I don't know how to DJ. He's like, come on, bro, you know how to do it, man. He
That's
got
how
me
he
a
sounds
Serato.
like?
Yeah, he got me the Serato thing.
Yeah.
And I was on the road with him for like 2 weeks DJing, not knowing what the hell. I was like Aphex Twin up there. I was just twisting knobs and shit.
Yeah.
I got the job done though. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was fun as hell.
Yeah.
But shout out to P for making that happen, man. Making me kind of like, you know, go up a whole nother ladder.
Yeah.
For real.
I've been hearing that you're great at like impressions of people, or like I hear that you could do like a great white like Southern accent.
I can do it, brother. I can do whatever you want me to do. Whatever you need me to do for spitting quick. Shout out to DB Hollywood too, brother. Shout out to DB. Hey!
Is this like a hobby of yours?
No, brother, but I tell you what's been happening around here lately. People's cows getting stolen by UFOs. Say something about a Cadillac. Nah, man, I be doing everything, dog. I'm fun with it.
I feel it, man. I gotta ask, one of the last few things is like, just as a fan, like when you make a song like a God's Plan or something that has, you know, that's played everywhere for like ages.
Right.
Like, this might be such a dumb question. Is that something that like sets you financially, like for life, or is it just such a misconception?
Hell no, I'm broke, baby. I'm broke. I'm broke. Nah, I mean, it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. I mean, of course, it gets you financially straight. Of course. I mean, any big ass record does that for you. It's all about where you plant that money too, though. You know what I'm saying? You get $1 million house, but can you keep $1 million house? You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that. But yeah, hell yeah. It's a lot of other records, you know, that kept us stable too. You know, but God's Plan came through and hit the home run, 9th inning, for sure. So grateful as hell.
Interesting. I'm just wondering because I have producer friends and a lot of them try to like chase like that big placement or whatever.
Yeah, chasing big placement only gonna lead you to a dud.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to chase it. You gotta let that shit come to you. You gotta know how to really grit and grind. Get in the room with motherfuckers.
Yeah. I think you do carry yourself like very humbly, but if I were you, I would still feel a little bit like underrated, and I feel like you feel that way, you know?
Hell yeah, I do, man. I mean, I'm not gonna shy away from that. I'm so far in my career now where I just like, and you motherfuckers gonna stop counting me out now. Y'all gonna stop doing this, doing that, putting these motherfuckers on the list. These motherfuckers just came around the corner 2 years ago. Niggas like us that's been around. Nigga, if I'm a dinosaur, I'm definitely a T-Rex. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is I got longer arms. You know what I'm saying? So you better believe if I come in this bitch, I'm gonna need a little bit more respect than, you know, that I'm giving for just what I've done too. You know what I'm saying? And the ways that I paved out this motherfucker. So that's just how it looks for me. You know?
So when you see like lists and things like that, whether you're on it and whether you're off, I've seen both obviously, but what's like your reaction? Because it's always like that, like end of the year, like Complex or whatever will put out some sort of.
I always look at that shit as goofy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just goofy because it's just like when they put shit like that and they leave motherfuckers out that's really doing it, not even just myself, and you leaving people off the list. That's like, this is like a slap in the face every time. Especially for motherfuckers that have been doing it for consecutive years. You know, so I just look at it as like we are the backbone of it all. We need way more respect than just getting a back of the page article about what we done, what we doing, what's supposed to be done, which is making sounds for your favorite fucking artists that y'all motherfuckers listen to. You know, we demand that same kind of respect, you know? How come we ain't got no XXL freshmen for producers? Like a front cover, right? Yeah, I know they do it on the inside, they do a little editorial, but them producers deserve a fucking cover too. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. They are the future. Like, however they look at music, the sound comes from the producer first.
Definitely. And I'm starting to see a lot more like blogs focused on like producers, you know? So I think that we're getting there.
Yeah, we should have been there though. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's 2024. Ain't no way we shouldn't have been there already. You feel me? The motherfuckers should know by now. Oh, I like this song. Why you like the song? Oh, because you like the beat. Exactly. Take them fucking beat away. You just got the vocals. You're going to have to make your own rhythm to it. Yeah. And your own rhythm ain't going to be the same as, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it just takes like you working with the right young artist for people to be like, oh yeah, no, bro, Cardo's having his year. Like, but in my mind, it's like, yo, Cardo's been having his year, you know?
And it's been off the natural too, just off the natural, you know, dribble with it, you know? My son talks to Cardi on FaceTime, and whatever conversation my son and Cardi had was like, that's when before Ketamine, that's when BACKROOMS came, right after that. And I'm like, damn, you know, I looked at my son, I was like, the omen with this shit, because Cardi and Ken Carson is like his favorite artist right now.
Oh yeah, of course.
My son's Baby Opium out, you know what I'm saying? But I love it, because he put me on to this shit, and I'm just like, boy, I didn't know he was on this, but he on that, you know? And
what else has he put you onto? I'm curious.
I don't know who the kid is. He makes like the...
There's a lot of those, right?
Yeah, I don't know who it is, man. He likes Lil Tecca for sure.
Okay.
And I wasn't...
skaiwater? I think he put you on... Maybe
skaiwater shit too, though. Man, what skaiwater from the UK, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the UK, man. Sky, if you see this, it's work, man.
Dude, definitely, you have to.
Well, my son, he's listening to straight Opium.
Yeah.
Opium.
That's like your little A&R, you know?
Yeah, he listens to everything, though. We be catching him talking shit, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's mad cool. I just wanted you to know, like, if anyone has not given you your flowers, I want to give them to you, bro.
Man, love, bro,
one of the best producers of our generation, for sure. And
thank you.
I think this year for you is going to be insane.
Thank you.
And I want to hear the project, and you said September, right?
We definitely, when we do the next Kids Take Over interview, you guys will get a first exclusive fucking listen.
Yeah,
that's my word.
Interesting, bro. All right, cool. I'll catch you later, man.
No, for real, bro. Appreciate you guys. Kids Taking Over.
Hell yeah.
Kids Taking Over got wings.